Hello everyone, welcome to the Bulldog Insider. A lot to get to today, and we're going to start with men's basketball. The Bulldogs hosting Winthrop today in their home opener, but that's only half the story. Julia Lopez joins us now with both halves. Julia.
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. Not only was it their home opener, but it was a very special day for a former Bulldog. So let's head on over to the Save Mart Center.
And now welcome to the court, former Bulldog and APA superstar, Paul George. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, what a ceremony. Fresno State retired Paul George's number 24 jersey at halftime on Sunday, and the crowd was on its feet. George said a few words and was joined by his entire family at half court and also his basketball family. Some of the LA Clippers came to Fresno to help celebrate, and even head coach Doc Rivers and owner Steve Ballmer were there to support. November 10th was also named Paul George Day in the city of Fresno.
Today I am more than grateful and more than honored and humbled to have this. I wouldn't have dreamed this in a million years, to be able to come into Save Mart Center and to be able to look up and see 24 hanging in the rafters. So this is special. This is special to have my family here to be able to witness this, and you know, to have all you guys here to witness this as well. So again, thank you. Thank you all for coming out.
He comes from a great family, and when I recruited Paul and we were involved with Paul, he obviously was a very good athlete, and he had a skill set, and you could see that there was a very high ceiling. But probably the most impressive thing to me was what we call the intangibles. He just had an amazing attitude. He was a good teammate. He was selfless. He was a leader. I think his leadership qualities are the things that stand out most to me, and I think it's also why he's been so successful at the next level.
Well, in the locker room, he told us to look at his path and understand that play hard and always bring all you got to it and embrace where you're at and enjoy the moment. Enjoy being able to play basketball, because there's a lot of people that can't do what we do or can't be in the place where we're at. So just embrace it and love it every day.
Well, it was exciting. We knew a guy of his stature coming to play us, we wanted to put on the show to him, show for him. It's the least we can do. He came, he represents Fresno every time he's out there playing in the NBA, so we wanted to give him our all and show him what we were about.
And this young Fresno State basketball team sure knows how to put on a show. The Bulldogs hosted Winthrop Eagles in their home opener, a team that's been to the NCAA tournament 10 times. A lot of new faces on this team. True freshman Orlando Robinson with the two-handed dunk. New Williams finds Nevin Hart, who drains the three. He's another true freshman to keep an eye on. How about this play, though? Mustafa Lawrence with the alley, Aguirre Gal with the oop. Pretty awesome right there. The Bulldogs were up 35-30 at the break. Second half, the Eagles were moving the ball well. Chase Claxton with the jam. Winthrop on top, 43-38. Dogs showing some fight, though. Shot clock winding down. Jared HYDER hits it at the buzzer. That put Fresno State up one. HYDER is a freshman out of San Bernardino, and I'll tell you what, he is a fun one to watch. He really started feeling it from long range. He had 5 threes on the night. This one to give Fresno State a 3-point lead with 16 seconds to play. And then on the other end, Winthrop with the ball. They are dangerous. Hunter Hale with the off-balance shot, and that ties it up at 74 with time winding down. But Bulldogs in transition. HYDER finds Mustafa Lawrence, who stops, pops, drains it. Lawrence with the game-winning buzzer beater. He had 13 points while HYDER led all scorers with 26. Former Memorial star Jalen Green is on his official visit this week, and there he is celebrating. He got a show to watch, and he's one of the top recruits in the nation in his class, still uncommitted. Fresno State wins their home opener in dramatic fashion, 77-74, in front of a crowd of 8,529. Way to go, Red Wave.
It was kind of a relief. It was kind of a relief. I mean, it was a tough game, a hard-fighting game, and to make that shot and take the win after all the fight we just went through the whole game. I mean, it felt good.
It was exciting coming into this game. We knew the energy was going to be good from the crowd. Coming in as a freshman, sometimes it's hard to really get comfortable right away and stuff, but my teammates do a great job of encouraging me every day.
I've been hard on these 2 young men early, you know, to try to prepare them for what's going on. But I always tell them we believe in them as a whole staff. And their resolve, their toughness, their belief in themselves really showed tonight. So we're trying to teach and get better, but at the same point in time, their toughness and their resolve came from within, and it was big time.